This next question comes again from a student at the Quest Academy 4th grade Mustang class, who is in this class. And the question is this: how different are nouns and pronouns? Here too is a wonderful question. It's a wonderful question because it recognizes that nouns and pronouns are related, but are not the same. And in fact, if you look at the words closely, or you listen to the words carefully, you'll notice that the word pronoun contains the word noun. So the very names of these parts of speech themselves remind us that there is a relationship between them, and the very fact of their difference also reminds us that they are not the same. And so, how are these two things different? Well, all of you who are listening, just take a moment, think to yourself what you remember of pronouns and nouns. See if you can articulate for yourself, or you can even scribble something down on a piece of paper what the difference between nouns and pronouns are. And as you think of it, you may find yourself remembering that pronouns are words that take the place of a noun. For example, if I were talking about Marie, I'd say, Marie taught a lesson on pronouns. She did so with some friends around her dining room table. The first time I used the proper noun Marie to talk about Marie, so you'd know who I was talking about. But once you understood I was talking about Marie, I could substitute for that noun, that proper noun Marie, with the pronoun she. So she takes the place of Marie, and we know because of the context of our conversation, the context of these sentences, whom I am speaking of. Now, that very example shows not only that pronouns and nouns are different, but they are also importantly related. Because if I said something like, he went into the water and swam to the rock, and if I gave you just that sentence by itself, you might be wondering who went to the water and swam to the rock. Because I haven't told you what that specific pronoun, in this case he, who that pronoun is referring to. And so what I want to point out with your wonderful question is how a question like this also helps us to become better writers. Because a skillful writer is a writer who is always careful to make sure that his or their reader always knows what each pronoun is referring to. So for instance, I could say, Thomas went down to the water and he swam to the rock. Now you know exactly who the pronoun he is referring to. It's referring to this guy, Thomas, who's decided to go out and have a swim in Discovery Passage in front of Marie's cozy beach cottage, for instance. So the great key not only to understanding nouns and pronouns, but to writing and speaking effectively using nouns and pronouns is to make sure that your pronouns are always connected clearly to the nouns that they refer to. So I hope that answers your question about the difference between nouns and pronouns. And if you think of any further questions, feel free to write again, and I'll see if I can answer those questions as well.